Hi everyone, welcome back to David Let Go To Hobbies. Doggies. Can't do without them, can I? I could never be without a dog. Now, what makes dogs so special? Very much is you. Why are some dogs such good pets and some are not? Because dogs have spirits. Dogs have their own journey in life. You are there to help their spirit grow, and you are very specially connected in the spiritual realm to animals that you probably never know and you might never understand. So, I'm watching my doggies. I don't really want them to bark. And when I say connected, is because your spirit resonates at a frequency that your doggy resonates at, the doggy spirit resonates at. So that dog spirit is resonating at a frequency which is the same to you because they're on the same sort of level as you are in the physical world. And each animal you interact with, they're there for their own purpose and they are learning and their spirit is growing. But what you got to remember is when that animal is born, that spirit comes into that dog or that animal, and then it goes through its life. It learns things. It understands the dog's feelings, and then when it departs the physical realm, it's learned something, and that spirit chooses what it wants to do, how it wants to do it, what it's learned, how it's going to make the next choices into this next host. Well, I call a host. It could be an animal, could be another dog, could be a cat, could be an animal as such, could be something smaller, could be an insect. Everything has a living entity. You might not think so. Even plants have their own entities. Plants have feelings. And in another video on walking in forests, I done a video on hugging a tree. Now, what did I discover? I discovered, and I already know about this, and that you can feel the earth's energy. You can feel the energy of the tree, bringing up that energy into that living tree. Excuse me. So the energy comes up from the earth, goes up into there. It's a living entity. The tree is a living entity. And then it turns that energy from the sun into nutrients for the tree and allows the tree to grow from the nutrients from the ground. So it is quite an amazing cycle. And I'm not going to delve into what I know and what I feel. Yes, I will. I'll let into a little secret. Trees can communicate, not like we talk, but some trees, because they have feelings and they're like plants have feelings, they're in the realms of a different type of communication. Like I'm talking to you, but this is my own feeling. Whether you believe me or not, I'm not really bothered. But this is my aspect to it. Because I think what we're in now is a spiritual. I'm in a spiritual body. I'm a spiritual person, meaning myself, meaning my spirit, and this person that I'm in is the body, meaning the vessel. So that vessel is eating, drinking, doing its waste, and living and supporting my spirit. So the spirit needs to work with the body and to nurture it and to work and understand everything in the physical world and the spiritual world at the same time. So you're not only connected to the physical world, you're connected to the spiritual world. You're a multi-dimensional being. But a lot of people don't understand this, because what you've got is your spirit is connected on multi-universes. Your energy is connected to multi-universes, and you communicate between different dimensions. This is what people don't understand. You can commute to different dimensions. You can communicate to different dimensions. You can communicate with different frequencies. But not only that, you can communicate over further distances away from you. In other words, where they say a planet is, say, 5 light years away, you can communicate with that planet instantaneously. And how do you do that? By the power of thought. They've developed lasers that are basically the speed of light, but they also developed a pulse laser, which is 300 times faster than the speed of light. I'm only going on by what I found out. But the difference of thought is instantaneous. And instantaneous thought transmission is like I'm communicating with the entity in another place. Repticles, I forgot the name of the tape. There's different ones, but what in the solar system, give another example. I know we're going to be in depth here, that you've got planets, right? But the planets have names. Like, give an example, in our solar system, we've got Pluto, we've got Neptune, Jupiter, and all the other ones. Their names, they're human names, but in outside the human realms, they might be known as a different name. So it might be known as Zeta 1 or Zeta 2 or Oblique 1, Oblique 2, or whatever the words they use or the language they use. I'm just saying what we've named them might be different to what their names is. And like the star plotting, we've used computers, we've used graphs and stuff like that. They might not use that. They might use a spoken word or spoken language to plot a route. They might use thought or a nerve system to plot a route, instead of what we are using. Their systems of ET are far advanced of what we've got. And right, coming right back. How do I know all this? Because I started at a very young age an interest of a sighting of UFOs over London when I was a boy. I think I might have been about 7 years of age, and it all stemmed from there. And funny at the age of 7. Going forward, I've done many, many, many years of research and find out a lot of information through spiritual guides, mediums, fellow human beings talking to me, through communications, non-physical communications and stuff like that. People call them downloads, I just call them communications, where I've been spoken to from the spiritual world, from non-spiritual world, from, I believe, ETs and stuff like that. And yeah, I've asked a question, I've got my answers. So that's how it works. And you pose a question, you get an answer. You ask God, you get an answer. Ask Jesus to get an answer. And just like if you work in the realms of, let's say, Raphael, Archangel Michael, and all these other angels, if you ask them, you'll get the help. If you speak to them, you'll get advice. It depends what you want, how you want to do it, and the mind you're in, and the spiritual involvement of yourself. There's a lot to talk about. This is just a huge subject. But coming back to what I was saying, how did it all start? As I said, but the analogy I'll give you is like a trunk of a tree and the roots of the tree. You've got the body of the tree, which is all the subject, right? Now, the analogy of the different subjects is like a tree. So, giving an example, ghosts and paranormal, ETs and stuff like that is the trunk of the tree. That is the core subject. So, how do you deviates into different things or routes into different subjects is where you go down into a route and it'll branch out into smaller routes, and then even smaller routes, and each one of those is a different subject. So, but they're all connected. How is it all connected? Because you are the subject. In other words, you are you. This is where you seek your knowledge from the understanding of life and stuff like that. Why we're here? What is the purpose of life? Where's our spirit come from? Where's our spirit going? What are ETs? All these questions is the subject, meaning to say the core of the tree. So what I'm saying to you is, whatever subject interests you, you know your subject start, but doing the research takes you down different avenues of exploration into the roots of the tree, and that's my analogy. So I can pass on the information that I know, the information I understand, and hopefully it will enlighten you to understand what I'm talking about. Am I making this up? No, it's what I understand. How do I understand it? It's like I said, through communication, understanding knowledge, doing research, speaking to people, spiritual guides, mediums, the same thing, but communications, as I said, I'm just repeating myself, but I'm trying to elaborate to you so you understand where I'm coming from. I'm not here to prove anything. I'm just telling you what my perspective is. I'm not here to, make you believe this or not. Whether you want to believe it is entirely up to you. That is your own prerogative. So the way I look at it is you're here for a reason, and that is to learn something, to understand what I'm talking about. So hopefully it will enlighten you on the subject of what I know and what I understand and what my feelings are. So, as I say, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. There's a lot more to come, and if you want to see more videos like this, the best way to do that is subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit the bell icon and click all. That will notify YouTube that you're interested in this, but not only that, but hitting the little bell icon and give us a thumbs up, it will put this video out to other people, and in doing so, that will enlighten other people about the subject, so we can all bring our spiritual enlightenment up, and then to move further up and to progress into a better spirit, and so on and so forth. So that's enough rabbiting for this morning for the moment. So I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one. So take care. Thank you for watching me. Bye bye.